Some actors will do just about anything to land a role. That role that will propel them into stardom, or so they think. Welcome to Dumb Down, the show where we summarize movies in hopes of understanding them better. Today, we dumb down Starry Eyes. Sarah is an aspiring actress. She works as a waitress as she goes from audition to audition with no luck. She also has some shitty friends. One of them even keeps stealing all of her roles. The possibilities of her actually making it as an actress are looking very dim, until one day, she takes an audition for a film called The Silver Scream. The movie is being produced by a company called Auditions Pictures. The audition seems to go like shit.
I can do it again. Different, if you didn't like what you saw.
We saw what we needed, Sarah. Thank you.
Sarah leaves the audition very upset. So upset that she storms into a bathroom and throws a white girl fit. During this fit, she began to rip out her hair. But little did she know, the casting director was in that same bathroom, and she happened to witness her tantrum and regain some interest in her.
Maybe we didn't see all we needed from you after all.
She called her back into the audition room and made her rip out her hair in front of them. After she complies, she's dismissed once again, leaving her confused as hell.
Thank you, Sarah. We'll be in touch.
The next day, while at work, she gets a call back for a second audition, so she decides to quit her job on the spot. At this second meeting, she's caught off guard when she's told to get naked. After some hesitation, she agrees with their demands, and soon enough, she's getting naked, like she's auditioning for Bang Bros. Soon, lights start flashing on and off. This causes her to experience extreme euphoria, and she goes into a trance state. After that, she leaves the audition happy and sure that she'll get cast in The Silver Scream. Back at home, her friends continue to be typical LA fake friends, as they talk to her about just how prestigious the production company Auditions Pictures is, which only makes Sarah happier. But Sarah starts acting a little different. When one of her friends slips by the pool and breaks her nose, Sarah reacts with nothing but joy. That same night, she gets another call from the studio, where she's informed that the producer wants to meet with her. She gets all dressed up and heads out to accept the role of a lifetime. On her way out, some of her friends try to encourage her, while others are mad jealous.
Don't you think you're a little overdressed?
This is nothing.
It's a little much.
At the meeting, the producer tries to Harvey Weinstein her ass. He starts making moves on her and essentially implies that if she fucks him, she'll definitely get the role. Sarah freaks out and runs home, but before she could cry to her pillow, she must face her judgy ass friends.
How'd it go?
Not good.
Maybe I should submit my headshot.
Seriously?
I'm kidding.
Her roommate follows her into the room to console her. She also tells her just how suspicious this whole movie thing is, and that it's best for her to just move on and forget about it. After that traumatic experience, she has to go and beg for her job back.
Do you want me to beg for this job?
Well, you don't gotta be a jerk about it. I mean, I've already had like 20 applications since you quit, so.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
He gives her some shit, but eventually gives her the job back. One night, while hanging out with her loser friends, they decide to pop some pills and go skinny dipping at the pool. Sarah is now high as hell, and in the middle of this ultra high swimming adventure, Sarah realizes that she is way better than her shitty friends. So she rushes upstairs and calls the studio.
I made a mistake. I never should have left that office.
I guess she's gonna fuck Harvey to get the role. Classic Hollywood tale. She's told to meet up with them once again at a certain address in 1 hour. So Sarah, still high as shit, gets dressed up and heads over to the train station, determined to get the role that she deserves. When she arrives at the producer's house, he's even creepier than last time.
I'm sorry that I left.
Words, Sarah. Just words. What would you be willing to do to convince me?
He asks her if she's willing to give her life up for a glorious new life. She says yes, and she proceeds to unzip his pants and slob on his knob. As she's doing this, we notice a pentagram branded on the producer's hand, and several hooded masked men appear.
The gateway is open, Sarah. All you have to do is be willing to step inside forever.
Now Sarah wakes up in her bed the next morning with a strong abdominal pain, and she continues to feel sick from there. She begins to experience moments of violence. She even slapped the shit out of her boss when he told her to go home because she looked sick. She calls the studio and leaves them a message that she isn't feeling very well, but they ignore her calls. She later goes to the studio, but nobody answers the door. In between all of this, she continues to be an angry, violent little fuck and even attacks a homeless person that simply asked if she was okay.
How dare you! How dare you touch me! How dare you!
Eventually, her hair starts falling off, and she starts talking shit about her roommate and all of her friends.
They're your friends! I'm trying to do something big! How am I supposed to do this when you surround me with these losers? They're like venom to me. Like a cancer. All of you guys, just all of you.
Sarah also begins having visions of herself as a glamorous starlet. All of this while she continues to experience severe pain. In the middle of yet another one of her puking sessions, she notices that her nails are falling off too, and most of her hair is gone. And she even pukes a fuck ton of bloody maggots. Damn, that old dude's dick must have given her some extreme case of herpes. Later, Sarah receives a call from the producer. He tells her that she can die and be buried and forgotten forever, or she can be reborn. He also tells her to embrace who she really is. So this conversation makes Sarah head over to her friend's house to have a good old killing spree, killing her friends one by one.
What a fucking shame! Shouldn't have been to blame! This is fucking life! Fucking murderer! Fuck you!
There's only one thing in this whole world that I want. And they're gonna give it to me.
After her killing spree, hooded, masked figures appear and take Sarah to some ritual, as Trejo's picture seems to be a secret cult that worships a demon with the same name. The day after this ritual, Sarah is reborn as she rises from a shallow grave that the cult buried her in. Her body is not decaying anymore. She's completely healthy and completely hairless. A gift from Estrella's pictures awaits her when she crawls out of her grave. Sarah goes back to her apartment. There, she kisses her roommate to death and lays next to her dead body. She then proceeds to open the gift received earlier. It is a long black gown, a wig, and a pentagram that she wears in front of the mirror as her eyes glow bright green. The end. This has been Starry Eyes Dumbed Down, a pretty awesome little movie that doesn't get the credit it deserves. This movie is great at depicting just how blinded people can be when it comes to achieving any sort of fame, to the point that they become self-centered, and as portrayed in this movie, they'll even become a monster if that's what it takes. Sarah essentially pushed herself away from any friends or relationships in order to achieve what she thought she wanted, making her think time after time that her needs and wants are more important than anyone around her. Her boss expresses this to her very well at one point in the film.
I want you to see this place for what it really is. Yeah, I know, you think it's cheesy, too self-aware, not ironic enough for you. That's all me, all right? It may not be cool to a young woman your age, but it's me. Promise me that until your star is on the sidewalk out there, you'll try and value me and what I'm trying to do here.
She comes to believe that everyone else is beneath her because she sees fame and fortune as the one and only goal, completely discrediting all the hard work that regular people put into their day-to-day life. Life is difficult, and just because someone is not famous does not mean that they haven't achieved anything in their life. It just might be something that if you're someone like Sarah, might dismiss altogether.
A role in Danny's little film. All sad. What's sadder is that you think I want any of it. That I'd sink so low.
Alright guys, please make sure to check out this movie if you haven't, and also drop a like, subscribe, and tell all your friends. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram.
See ya! Bye!
Get the fuck out of here.
If you want any more of that, you can come by and see us again, yeah?
Did you expect it to be painless? That it would be easy? that you'd simply wake up one morning with everything you ever wanted laid out before you. Dreams require sacrifice.